Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So today we've got one of the Bauer 20 volt, 1 gallon cordless chemical sprayers. So let's see how this does. Okay, so this is the Bauer 1 gallon chemical sprayer. And the reason I got it was I kind of tired of pumping up those old sprayers. So I actually bought this thing to clean my mini split units, which to do that, I was just gonna put some Dawn dish soap in this and then use the spray to clean the coils of that and then rinse them off. But I went out today to use my old pump up sprayer and it wouldn't work at all. And I decided I was gonna go ahead and use this Bauer. And I think I'm gonna be glad I did. So this sprayer holds 1 gallon of fluid. And here's where you fill it. So you fill your water in there and then put whatever you use, whether it's weed killer or Dawn dish soap, depending on what you're cleaning or killing. Screw it on. Here's the on-off switch. It comes with this nice brass nozzle. Of course, the innards are plastic and they come with a few extra O-rings. The nice thing is the cord here, the hose can go on either way. It's the exact same fitting, both on the machine and on the wand. And then they've got this handy cutout where you can store your nozzle. It also comes with a shoulder strap, which I'm not even going to bother putting on there. Those things are usually just more annoying to me. When I use this, I'll carry it around by the handle, which when we're talking about carrying it around by the handle, you can just spray it here, or you can take the handle off. And what I'm going to do is I'll carry the machine with my left hand and use the sprayer with my right. Okay, and this uses the Bauer 20 volt lithium ion battery and it slides in right here. The only problem I've got is I don't have any Bauer batteries and I don't want to buy a battery and a charger for this one tool. So I've got a whole bunch of these DeWalt batteries. And on eBay, I found these adapters. This one was $12, but these are just a 3D printed little adapter. We'll see how it works. So it clicks in. And clicks in there. And it works. Okay, so to fill this, we can just carry it into the sink and go ahead and take our cap off and fill it. But you can also take the motor portion off and just take the tank in to fill it up. So let's do that. Okay, and on this tank, it has markings for, there's 1 gallon. See if we can see it in the camera. Let's see, there's 3/4 of a gallon. Should be a half gallon on there someplace. There it is. So they're a little hard to see. If that was important to you, you could always take a marker. There's 1/4 gallon, or one, which would be 1 quart. So let's go ahead and fill this up. Okay, now that we've added our water, we'll add our chemical of choice. And I'm not going to show that because, like I said, there's like all the different lawsuits and stuff and everything. But put whatever chemical you want in. Originally, I bought this to use with Dawn dish soap to clean mini splits, the A coils on mini splits. So we're going to use for weed killer now, though, but I'm not going to show that. Okay, and with our chemical of choice inside the tank, we simply take the head and the straw goes in the tank. The little cutout for the fill cap goes there. Pull our latches up. And we're ready to go spray. We'll see how it does. Okay, so remember we're using a 20 volt DeWalt battery with our adapter, but let's go ahead and turn it on and see how it does. Okay, and it ran until it built pressure and we don't have any leaks, so that's good. And we'll see how it sprays. So there's a pretty good fan pattern and you can adjust that. To a straight stream or to a wider fan pattern. But I like that about 15 degrees. So there's a really wide pattern. That's wider than I'd like it to be. Let's go ahead and put it back about 15 degrees. There we go. There's a nice pattern. Okay, so I really like this so far. And I wasn't going to use this at all for grass killer. I was going to use the old style one, but when I went to use it this morning, it wouldn't hold pressure, and then something was wrong with the nozzle. It was running chemicals all over myself, thus the big gloves. But this Bauer is going to work really well. This was $49.99 at Harbor Freight, and right now they've got 20% off that, so not a bad deal. So what I like about that spray is it's pretty tight and it'll be easy to edge along this drive. All right, so let me go spraying some. When I get done with this, I'll come back and show you how to clean this. One thing I really like about this, it is quiet. The other thing is, notice it's not leaking a drop. It's not leaking any fluid from the hose, and it's not losing pressure because the motor does turn off once you quit spraying, and it doesn't come on again until you hit the trigger. Pretty good quality, it seems like to me. Okay, so I sprayed everything I wanted to spray. Let's go ahead and take this apart. Okay, and again, that's the straw that comes out of there. To clean this tank when you're done, and they'll last a lot longer if you clean them when you get done using them. Basically what you want to do is get all the chemical out of the tank and then also flush the pump and the wand. Okay, so we'll dump out what little bit is still in there, and then we'll rinse this out, and then we'll rinse the pump and put it away, and it'll be ready for next time. Okay, so we'll rinse this tank out. Shake it up a little bit and then dump it. And do that a few times. That'll get as much of that out of there as possible. Okay, so to clean the pump now, what I do is I'll fill an old glass jar full of clean, clear water. And then that straw that picks that up, I just set that right in that jar, turn the pump on, and run some water through there. And by flushing fresh water through the wand and through the pump, it gets any residue chemical out of there and will prevent your pump from seizing up and not operating the next time you go to use it. Okay, now I'm just gonna, with the battery off, gonna run that to drain as much of this hose as we can get out of there. Because we just don't want any residual water in it. Then what I do is I put the machine back together, but I just don't tighten the cap. That way it can sit there and dry and have some airflow through it. I do go ahead and reattach the motor to the tank, just so that I don't lose either part. Okay, now that we've cleaned the machine, we've got it so it'll air out. I'm going to go ahead and take my batteries out. So here's that DeWalt adapter. Now this says it will run 70 gallons of fluid through with one battery, which of course is the Bauer battery. I'm never going to use 70 gallons of it on one charge. And this battery will go back on my drill as soon as I'm done here. But basically now I'll just dry it off. And again, this retail price is $49.99 at Harbor Freight. But again, right now it's 20% off if you're in the Inside Track Club. And you know, only time will tell how it holds up. But by using it, cleaning it, and storing it properly, it should last a long time. And right out of the box, it works fantastically well. So your mileage may vary, but I like it. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. It definitely helps the channel. And we invite you to subscribe to see more. Have a great day and be safe.